I'm gonna go with Execration.
Well, you know, Blacklist, 3-0, fallen trap card. I gotta give it to Blacklist just because stats don't lie.
All right. Avo and Richie, do stats not lie? Who do you think has this game, or is Avo eating again?
No, I'm not. I have a different bit for today, so if this is a cultural
okay.
one. All right, look.
Whatever. Go for it.
Level 1 attribute shift. It's kind of, it's the fault. What is
What
AU doing?
are you talking? He literally got smoked by
round 2, says AU.
Oh, maybe he'll get him.
Oh, he'll get it. Thunderstrike. Oh, go!
Oh!
Yeah! AU! Get the
The tips, let him rain down. Bosku tips, Palos, there it is, there. Come on, give some more. He's gonna deny himself, AU.
Oh my God.
And the ha-has are out.
Oh, Carl's full on deranged now. There's 5 ha's.
Oh, and AU just ends his own life underneath the tower. What a welcome to the game, everyone. In case you forgot, this is our Filipino matchup.
Oh, I love this matchup. Let's see what else happens in the rest of the lanes here. The bottom lane's also a big kill lane, so we'll see how effectively Tims can utilize this magic damage against him as this middle where Carl dies to Bob.
And like I really do think this lane is rather difficult. I think, you know, tough early no matter what, right? I mean, I know that's par for the course, but I don't think, oh, hold on top.
Shanks is being blitzed back. He has a Fairy Fire as well. The Insatiable Hunger gets activated. Shanks is going to die to the auto attacks.
Yeah, and that's going to be an easy kill there for him. Some surprise jumps onto the Morphlane, who, I'm a little bit surprised by this, Avo, has decided not to go for a point in waveform, but the 2 in attribute shift, so he still has those safety points.
And he could be punished for it as a Scatter Blast, plus the Hoof Stomp gets him. Hopefully our second observer caught that kill and get in the replay in a second, but it was just a nice combination of magic damage that we already talked about in this lane. On sticks, that's the phrase, which means I am gonna beat you up. Coserte a palos.
Really?
Yeah, which is why it's so appropriate for the carry.
That's very cool. Timo, he's getting stitched apart.
Yes, Tim's got some stitches there. Some magical stitches from Bob.
And so does Tino as well. That's going to be the first permanent stack of Agi. Mid lane, though, the pressure's still being applied here. Even getting the Fortify out. Now, Bob does not have a single point in the Diabolic Edict, but he still does nuke the waves incredibly quickly.
Yes.
So the Wagon doing a bit of work here.
Maybe with a Water Sponge, they have a setup. They still have the kinetic field. Snowball, a little more damage to strike. The slows are good. The Bob is fighting back, actually, thanks to the bottle. He's keeping himself alive. The Scatter Blast will finish him off.
Huge
after the telekinesis gets his 3, but they once again lack the damage. Fate Bolt in a second for Carlo. AU keeps his distance, making sure not to get Fate Bolted, and Carlo dies without securing that second kill.
Yeah, Tims gets the
first kill.
Yeah, that's still a big deal, of course, being able to put down the Disco Pony. He was just being a 2 more, so 5 stacks of Essence basically immediately out from the gate, and I think Morphlane's going to hate that.
Shanks, he's going to be in trouble now. Low on HP, Raven finally joins. He wants that extra agi, he'll find it.
Yep, that's, I think, his second permanent stack. Not bad whatsoever. Gets him a little bit closer to that Echo Saber, speaking of seconds. And again, I think it is about those 2 off, considering, of course, he doesn't need that energy booster. He simply disassembles the boots. So he just needs that Voodoo Mask and then the money for the recipe, and he'll be basically online. As mid lane, there is a Snowball under tower. Telekinesis is still going to stun up the Rubik if he interrupts it. However, the counter kill is going to happen in exchange. So it'll be a 1-for-1 and a much better trade there for Execration, indicated by Carlos' tip.
Yeah, Apollo's in the bottom lane, though. This could secure this kill as there's no TPs ready to save him. However, he has attribute shift. He's also a Morphling, but he gets flinched back into the Hoof Stomp. They missed that combo. And now they just need 1 more stun to keep him in place. Actually, he just took too long to attribute shift.
He did. And actually, I have to say, not always something that I like to mention, or even something that I noticed that often on Echo Saber. Kind of maybe even caught Palos a bit off guard there. He thought he was maybe just gonna be able to walk away, but couldn't.
Shanks in the top lane is also a target now for Carl. As he got stunned by the Cookie, but he tossed him away regardless. That's how Cookie works, interestingly enough. Shanks will die, but Tim's might add to the spiders. Look at Carl trying to save his teammate. Instead, he closes him in a prison of ice, and he will die in it. And spiders, yes.
And spiders. Yeah, so the way, because that's the second time we've seen Cookie then instantly apply a stun. Anytime.
Horseman's Tino. As is low on mana, still has the arcane boots though, but he's keeping them, finally using
off the mark.
There's the step beat committed. Hoof Stomp with the blink dagger, catches Dino. Now with response Spider Link's not saving him. He is going to die.
It's a tanky Spider. +8 armor here on the 2 Wraith Bands. You know, the Pipe of Insight as well. He goes down very Patriot.
Oh, Shanks. the top lane, Shanks seems to be quite tanky, and Tino wants to
There's the
fight
pipe
this.
again.
They want to punish Tim's first. Tim's trying to fight against the Spiders, but once again, you will lose that battle as Raven does manage to make it out for now with the Shadow Dance. Tino, however, is a little bit too fast. There's the pound. Spiders can't block.
He got the shift off again, though.
Also, the host stop didn't hit him. So that's going to help. But maybe they have enough damage even through that attribute shift. He's still stuck in the shards. They commit the Stampede.
Wow.
Now the Mortimer's kisses, so this deters any sort of Execration aggression, and finally Palos will die. He don't care about the shift, he just have enough damage. BKB almost complete.
Scepter from that Ogre Axe. And I think he's going to use this Oblivion Staff then for the Mage Slayer.
Yes, he will.
So it's a super, super efficient build here.
Very, very good build. What's not very efficient is AU's positioning, which is why he's going to fall. Static Storm committed. Forced the Bloodstone from the Leshrac, but it's mostly a retreat signal right now, as Bob can just... Oh, he actually does not a Split Earth. He used it earlier, so at least...
Mana, so he'll have to go home and probably fill up in a little bit, but already starting to come into his own form here.
Bosco being sent back. He's going to die to that toss back. Shanks and Tino, too scary. But Glimpse might punish Shanks for this play as Raven joins in. Thanks to the Dark Pact, he guarantees his skill. 4 agility stacks now as Mage Slayer just got finished.
Yeah, Mage Slayer's a huge item for him here. That 25% magic resist puts him after out. He'll pick up at some stage this game in order to aid his survivability. Speaking of survivability, Tino really showing that off now. Does not have pipe, didn't have the mana for it, but you can see he's still quite a tanky spider.
He did kill AU almost by accident there, as Tino is playing in this set of trees. They're going to have to break him. Now with a tag team, they're going to be able to break him instead.
Okay. Really making Raven work for it, but again, just showing off how tanky he can be. Just still doing Broodmother things, but again, a little bit...
Shanks gets Glimpse back. They just needed vision of him. That was very good timing, and another nice pounce by Raven. Shanks might die here. However, in the backlines, we do see Carl tanking 3 heroes. Thanks to BKB, he's still alive for now. Actually, those Ice Shards stolen by Rubik will curse Carl and keep him in place. Even with Stampede and BKB committed, they cannot save him.
Yeah, Sapphire just hit level 12, so those were only level 1 kisses, so it's not...
That could have been. That would have been really cool.
I have no idea.
Chat, we'll give 100 Twitch points or whatever it is to whoever tells us.
Who invented stirrups?
Thank you.
AU is going to die. I know Caltrops were very popular in the European plains. Oh, hold on.
Bosco.
Good stun.
Seemed like he just wanted to annoy him. Yeah, that's
Spinner
the X.
snare.
That's a little bit annoying. Carl's forced back to BKB, but Raven wants to fight. And thanks to the Mage Slayer, they're really reducing his damage. Level 2 kisses might just be enough. Bob dies. That's it without a Scotty on Raven.
Palos is here, though. He's got BKB.
Shadow Dance Palos with the BKB turns into Tusk, but there's a Stampede to disengage. They had this plan from the start. Carl doesn't get hit by the snowball stun. Bosco gets saved by the cookie. And Blacklist Rivalry, they have the high ground advantage now, which means they can still go for it. Hookstomp, though, gets avoided telekinesis, stopping Bosco. And now he's stuck in the web. Like a fly in the web, what will they kill first? The Warrens, it seems like he's going to be Lunge, though they have Desert as well. No, because they're fighting back. Lunge is fighting back. Raven wants to kill the Morphling, and Palos will die as a result. Static Storm surprising him. Carlo now gets sent back with a Glimpse. Flying fish everywhere, but Carlo will die as a result of this play.
Yeah, Carlos murió. Down he goes.
Again, sorry, it just happens naturally.
That's fine. I think it even sounds better that way, but Raven, he looks real darn good in these fights when he's flying on through. Does not have BKB, only playing around the timing here of his Shadow Dance as Raven. He's going to go for a +1 now, an extra little snack, some hors d'oeuvres, or however you say that. Horse divorce. Hors d'oeuvres. Hors d'oeuvres. It's an easy kill there for Shanks.
Hors d'oeuvres at the beginning, dude.
Oh, is it? Yeah. That's an item build he likes to go for.
Look at Raven go. Wow. He's hunting Bob right next to his tower, and he might just kill him.
Oh, yeah,
Scotty with Mage Slayer. There's not enough healing on Bob. They send him back with Glimpse. He's stuck in the kinetic field. Another kill on Bob. As Static Storm
Raven wants to fight more.
Gets Carlo, and Raven will finish him off.
Yeah, that's 34 stacks of essence, so there's no way he was backing down from that fight. Another double kill here. This is maybe just going to be a very quick snowball, yeah.
As well, so we're going to get a little bit of extra save here on Blacklist Rivalry. This will make very difficult for, honestly, Bob to heal. And talk about Bob, Bob's dead.
Yep. He's just getting caught out now. I mean, he is not tanky enough to lift the... Well, specifically, he really doesn't have enough damage to deal with the Slark, which is, I think, normally not what he's used to.
You does fall at least. Tim's is the next target.
Raven's in.
Raven is in. Did he actually shout at Stone? Just to call it back for now. He's going for the supports first, gathering as much essence as he can. Now he could be in trouble, has to heal. Tim's is also in trouble. Depth shot has been used, and that's not going to save Tim's, who put himself out of position with a Force Staff. He's just trying to gain as much space as possible. He won't succeed. Now they root up the Slark. Raven has to dark fight himself to safety. Bosco's also running away with a haste rune. In the web he goes. Raven wants to join him for now, but they did force the BKB with the Walrus Punch. They keep him in place. And look at the Slark going for him. He's still slow by the Scotty. He's not healing that much. Motormerskis might not be hurting him. Finally, the BKB ends. They have a chance, but they're going for Rubik first. Carl wants to get away. Does not want to get stuck here with the Morphling. And unfortunately, Carl will get stuck there dead.
Bosco.
They sent Bosco in, but that was a really awkward initiation as he's trying to run away. Tim's, why are you griefing your boss? Tim's just sent him to his death.
Oh no. That was very awkward here. You can see they're like, well, I guess the Slark's getting away. I guess we want. Oh, look.
They send Centaur back yet again. This time Tim's can make up for this. Oh, no, they're going to snowball him again.
On the Bob.
There's only one way to go, and that's further in.
He's tanking, though.
And apparently that's going to lose Bosco's life.
Okay.
As Carl's forced back to the BKB, saved by the cookie. They even stole Stampede here on the Rubik.
I actually kind of think it's a mistake for you to snowball in more than one hero.
The supports first, fight the Morphling instead. Not the ideal target. He did use the Shadow Dance already. He doesn't have to die. He does not. There's the Stampede. That's Rubik's, though. And that might put AU in a difficult position. Might have to drop Static Storm. No, he dies before he can. TP from Carl. They're stuck in the spinner snare again. Tim's trying to get out. Maybe helping out Bosco instead. Tried to swallow him and gulp him away.
There's another pounce.
Another Stampede steal, so he can keep it for longer as Bosco used it to try to get himself to safety. But instead, he'll find himself surrounded and killed. Oh no, Blacklist once again losing the plot a little bit here in these initiations.
Yeah, this morph into Slark, it's pretty difficult.
Oh. And the Force as well.
But they've leashed him.
They have leashed him. He has Death Shroud on top of him. He's healing a lot. They managed to kill the Rubik perhaps? No, Carl went in like crazy and instead he's just going to get pummeled on his own. Okay. Carl's dead.
He has buy-die, but that's getting really bad. Now, GG, oh, it's well played. Okay,
just a well played, well played.
Sorry, I got really scared.
Yes. They sent a creepo. 17 attribute shift stacks, or sorry, essence shift stacks for the Slark. And a Static Storm gets set up. There's no big chance because there's an Axe, but they do same with a Force Staff. Now the Walrus Punch. Carl's back to fight. Carl wants to get rid of this Morphling. Palos is dead. And Blacklist Rivalry, they want to get the Broodmother's head. Tino sent back to his grave.
Shout out to that little ping, Palos Ping's Tusk has returned. Indeed he has there on the buyback, really making a difference. Wow.
Carl didn't die to Palos though, and that's round 2 for Raven. And they send the Tusk in. Palos did get stunned, managed to get forced into safety, still trying to kill Carl. The snowball's being set up, the host up as well, and Palos is dead. They did get him.
He bought back.
He did buy back, but Blacklist Rivalry, they're going to have to deal with this more for a second time. Can they do so? Will they just retreat? Tim is trying to TP. He is retreating, and he will succeed as they don't have vision over him. Bosco might not be so lucky, though. Tries to get some space with the Havoc Hammer, but unfortunately, Bosco is as good as dead.
Okay.
Palos did back too.
Yeah, Raven is going to immediately start pushing down for a tier 2 down bottom because it seems like Execration, they're not even...
The Shadow Dance committed, so they can't quite stun him, but they do get him with a couple of area stuns. Paul, like they pick Static Storm. They really want to come into Bob. Bob, though, he's not going to die. His Slark's turned into a pig, and the Slark is going to to him. There's going to be a second Slark life. Will he commit it now, or will he wait for Carl?
I think now you just chill. They've already gotten what they want for it.
This is his first life, of course, on Palos.
Whoa, Raven.
They saved him. Raven went a little bit hand, but he's saved by the Dark Fight as well. Now Palos turned into a Slark. They hit him with a cookie, but now he body blocks Tim's. That's be bad for Tim's, who might just kill himself. They have to commit it here, and they're hoping to kill the Morphling at least once, but they lack the damage. Raven didn't want to commit for this, and he's going to live through this. Like I said, still his first life, finally gone. Motormerskis is committed, but you're out of resources for round number 2. And round number 2 is going to hurt a lot. As Palos seems unkillable here.
And that is, okay, there's at least a fortified, but they're really setting up to take down this thing.
There's a heart on Bosco, so he's not going to go down easily this time. They also send a Slark like crazy. They surprise the Morphling. Palos is dead. He didn't shift for that stun. And of course, the help from the Bloodthorn is what stopped the shift there. As Bob, Thunderstruck, he still... You see why it's difficult to tell? I couldn't even tell Bosco was the one being thrown in.
You know, holding the high ground here, still has the scythe.
I don't know if you want to fight into this.
Morphling is back. He's TPing up for the outpost.
Shit, that was a really good avalanche. Bob might just kill AU here, but Carl did get finished off in the backlines.
There's no
could be an opportunity. We'll see. Bosco activates his own Stampede. Retreat for Blacklist Rivalry.
Raven has BKB.
He's trying to heal back up thanks to the Depth Shroud. Bosco, though, got caught in the shards. And
were those going to be pounded?
I don't know who stole the shard. Oh, it was the Morphling.
Yep.
It was the Morphling. Bosku's dead. Carl dies as well.
Oh, that's a kill on to Bosku without buyback. The XD! It comes back!
It comes right back. And hitting a Leshrac on the way. We have the Walrus Punch as well for this Lesh, but his healing has been reduced, so it's his damage, but he's gonna survive this as Paulus is back in. They turn Tusk into a pig, and now he'll die for 2 minutes as Tim's also gets finished off. Execration,
it's
the
only
kings
Raven.
of 2 O's, they're gonna finish off this game. They're gonna win the Filipino Derby. Raven alone versus 5. He's
Paulus
not
is
strong enough.
all-tatted.
He's been flattened. The Ancients being destroyed. Execration showing the old guard. There's a new Pinoy team in town.
Yeah, they are, and their name is Execration here, and my goodness, they have absolutely, I mean, just dominated here in game 2 as well.